I'm gonna just check these mics out real quick. Testing. Testing. Okay. All right, we're gonna get class started in about 30 seconds. Find a seat if you're not preparing food, or also in the middle of the class, the sisters will be handing out food during the class. I encourage brothers to take notes. All right. Huh? Yeah. Make it. Gonna get started in just a second. All right. You good to go, Malakma? All right. All right, Shalom Israel. Can anyone tell me what today is, what we're observing today? Oh, well, I got him reading. Okay. Can someone tell me what we're observing today? Go ahead, sis. That's right. Give her a hand. That's right. Absolutely right. So we're observing the Feast of Dedication. It is not a holy day, but it is a day of memorial, right? Whenever it's a holy day, it's listed in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Things such as Passover. And what else, Commandant? What's another holy day we observe? Feast of Unleavened Bread. Get a brother a hand. That's another holy day. What's another one? Day of Atonement. That's a holy day. All the holy days of the Bible are listed in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. However, the Feast of Dedication and the one after this, which would be the Feast of Purim, right? That's a memorial. It's not a holy day, but it's just, we acknowledge it because something significant happened in our history as the people of the children of Israel, the children of the Most High. So we're going to go over the history over the Feast of Dedication and explain why we're here today, the significance, the importance. But I also want to, before we go into the book of Maccabees, which is where you will find this history, you're going to be mainly in the book of First Maccabees. I wanted to go to the prophecies leading up to the Maccabean revolt and Judas Maccabees and all these names you're going to learn tonight. Very important Black history. This is Black and brown history. Very important. You're going to learn about how cruel the oppressor is. Right. He's been cruel. You know, we just think it go back to slavery, Malakma. It go far beyond slavery. This is, let me see. This is about 2,100 years ago. Because this is 100 and give or take 100 some odd years before Christ, right? Everything, the events you're about to read about. So I want to start at Daniel, the 8th chapter. Go ahead, Shalat. Daniel, the 8th chapter. And we can start at you don't have to pull it up there, Malakma. That's fine. If you're at home, grab your Bible, your physical Bible, and follow along and take these notes. I want you to start at verse 1. You can start at 1. Daniel 8:1. So we're going to read Daniel. Can anyone tell me approximately what year Daniel is in? And Daniel, the 8th chapter. What year? Look it up. Daniel. What year is Daniel, the 8th chapter? Around what time? Who got it? Go ahead, brother.
605 to 536 BC.
That's correct. So anywhere from 605 to, what's that, 530 or 550?
536.
536 BC. So this is going to take what Daniel's about to prophesy about 400 years before what we're going to read in Maccabees. So keep that in mind, all right? All right. Go ahead, Daniel 8:1.
The book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 1. In the 3rd year of the reign of King Belshazzar, a vision appeared unto me, even unto me, Daniel, after that which appeared unto me at the first. Verse 2. And I saw in a vision, and it came to pass, when I saw that I was in Shushan, in the palace, which is in the province of Elam. And I saw in a vision, and I was by the river of Ulai. Verse 3. Then I lifted up my eyes and saw, and behold, there stood before the river of Ram, which had 2 horns.
Right. So in his vision, right, Daniel was going through many visions in his life. This is one of the visions he saw, where he saw a ram which had 2 horns. Right? Keep going.
And the 2 horns were high.
And the 2 horns were high. Keep going.
But one was higher than the other.
And one was higher. One horn was higher than the other horn. Go ahead.
And the higher came up last.
Keep going.
Verse 4. I saw the ram pushing westward.
Go ahead.
And northward.
And
southward. So that no beast might stand before him.
Right. This is what he's seeing in his dream or in his vision. Go ahead.
Neither was there any that could deliver out of his hand. But he did according to his will and became great.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. And as I watched considering, behold, an he-goat came from the west on the face of the whole earth.
So in one part of the vision, he saw a ram with 2 horns, one horn higher than the other. And then he saw another animal or another creature or another beast, which was what?
A he-goat.
A he-goat. Okay. So we got 2 animals. One's a he-goat. One is a ram. All right. Go ahead.
And touched not the ground.
And
the goat had a notable horn between his eyes. Verse 6. And he came to the ram that had 2 horns, which I had seen standing before the river, and ran unto him in the fury of his power. So
in this vision, we just read Daniel was living anywhere between 600 and 530 BC. He saw a ram with 2 horns, one horn higher than the other. Then he saw a he-goat. And then the he-goat did what? Ran into. What do you think he ran into him with?
Force.
Yeah. And killed him. Right? Keep going.
Verse 7. And I saw him come close unto the ram, and he was moved with shoulder against him. And smote the ram.
Right.
And break him, and break his 2 horns.
Right. Now, for time's sake, I'll let you know what the he-goat and the ram represents. But before I do, anybody want to take a wild guess? Or if you know, that's fine too. What does the he-goat and what does the ram represent in this vision that Daniel received?
The he-goat represents Babylon, and the ram represents Greece.
Close. You're very close, brother. Very close. Right? Give a brother a hand. That's very, very close. Verse 20. Read verse 20. Jump to verse 20.
Book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 20. The ram which thou sawest having two horns are the kings of Media and Persia.
Right. Read that one more time. The ram.
The ram which thou sawest having two horns are the kings of Media and Persia.
Right. Those that who is modern day Persia today? Who are the Persians today?
Right.
Iranians. Right. They changed their name from Persia to Iran in 1935. Right. They represented back then because are you familiar with anybody ever see the movie? What's the name of that movie? 300. Y'all seen that? That's based on true events. What's the name of that battle? The Battle of Aram. I have to look it up, man. It's a fancy Greek word. But the movie 300 is dealing with like Xerxes, Artaxerxes, right? Remember the big tall dude with the deep voice? That he represented an actual figure in history known as Xerxes. He was an emperor over Persia. The Persian Empire was the dominant force of the earth, just like how the white man is with America. That's how Persia was in the known world during that time, around 2,500 years ago. They ran the world. They had us in slavery. You read Daniel. Daniel was a captive to Persia at one point in his life as well. You see, it was transferred from the Babylonians to the Persians and the Medes. Right now, it was the Medo-Persian Empire. The Medes were an empire by itself. The Persians were an empire by itself. But then they came together. That's why the ram had two horns, you see, and one was higher than the other because the Persians subdued or put in subjection the Medes and merged the kingdom. You understand? Go ahead, keep going.
Verse 20. And the rough goat is the king of Grisha.
No, that's 21.
Lock it, sir.
Uh-huh.
The ram which thou sawest having two horns are the kings of Media and Persia.
Uh-huh.
Verse
21.
Verse 21. And the rough goat is the king of Grisha, and the great horn that is between his eyes is the first king.
Right. So in the vision, the rough goat represented the empire or the kingdom of Greece. Anybody familiar with the kingdom of Greece? What's the first notable king that should come to mind when you think of Greece? But no, that's a good guess. Anybody want to take a stab at it? Give me that image. It's gonna be. Go ahead. What's what? The one at the far right. Yeah. No, that's not the far right. There you go. That's Alexander. And that image to the right is actually a fresco of him battling King Darius III in 330 BC. Alexander is known for taking over the known world and making all nations subdued to him or subject to him during the time of around the 300s, right? The late 300s, really, right? That's Alexander. They call him Alexander the Great. We're going to have to understand who he is to understand what the Feast of Dedication is all about. Now, what Alexander did, Alexander began a process known as, when they started taking over the known world and everybody was under them, they started Hellenizing people. They started Hellenizing not just black people, not just Hispanics and Native Americans, the children of Israel, but the whole known world. Everybody was paying taxes to him, you see? And everybody was being Hellenized by him. What does it mean to be Hellenized? Anybody want? It's known as the Hellenistic age. Malakma?
Like, sir, for people to understand today, to be Americanized.
Yeah. They were making everybody, like how they made everybody American, right? Back then they were making everybody Greek. So give me 2 Maccabees chapter 6, verse 4. 2 Maccabees 6 and 4. This is going to help you understand what we were fighting against during the time of the Maccabean family. Right? 2 Maccabees. Can you turn the arrow on? About y'all? You was thinking that?
I don't want to come.
Go ahead.
Book of Second Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 4.
Go ahead.
For the temple was filled with riot and reveling by the Gentiles,
Right.
who dallied with harlots.
Uh-huh. Now this is talking about actual Gentiles, heathens. Right. Go ahead.
And had to do with women within the circuit of the holy places.
Right. So they went into Jerusalem, they went into Israel, and then they went into where our temple was. Right. They went into our holy courts. Like imagine a place we deemed absolutely holy. And the heathens were in there. What's the word? What's the PG way of saying? They were being intimate. You understand? They were having relations, and not only relations, evil relations. You know, orgies and all that wicked stuff. Go ahead.
Fornicating.
Yeah, yes. Get up, brother hand. I couldn't think of the word. So there, imagine a holy place we always grew up and knew, man, that's the temple of God, and the priests deal there. And now these Edomites, because that's what they are, and they're doing whatever they want in the place we deem holy. Right? Keep going.
And besides that, brought in things that were not lawful.
Just me. Go ahead. Brought in things that were not lawful. Go ahead.
Verse 5. The altar also was filled with profane things, which the law prohibited.
No sweat.
Forbidden.
Go ahead.
Verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days.
So this is what they implemented. This is during the Hellenistic age or period. Alexander and the Greeks, they wanted for you to not be able to profess yourself at all to be a Jew. You understand? They wanted you to pledge your allegiance to Greece. Go ahead.
Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days.
Right.
Ancient feasts.
You couldn't keep Sabbath days. You couldn't hold ancient feasts, which the holy days listed in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Keep going.
Or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
So not only you couldn't circumcise your sons, not only could you not grow a beard, but you couldn't, in doing that, you would be denying yourself of what? Your culture. You couldn't even call yourself a Jew. You couldn't even call yourself an Israelite. This is going back 2,000 years ago. This is about 1 to 200 years before Christ, because it went from Greece to Rome. During the time of Christ, Rome was in power. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 7. And in the day of the king's birth, every month they were brought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifice.
So what the Greeks would have us do, what they would force us do, they would kick in your door and give you an ultimatum. Eat this pork, because they didn't just randomly choose any animal. They didn't come in there with turkey. You understand? They knew we didn't eat pork, and so they used that against us to either die on the hill of serving God and keeping your ways and your customs and the traditions of your fathers, or pledge your allegiance to Greece and eat this swine, eat this pork. You understand? That's how you get down that. That's Esau. Go ahead, brother.
If I may, sir, like the allegiance.
Yeah, absolutely. You pledging your allegiance to Greece. This is a time in our history where our faith was absolutely tested, right? To see if we really serve God or not. But go ahead, keep going.
And when the feast of Bacchus was kept, the Jews were compelled to go in possession of Bacchus carrying ivy. Verse 8.
That's it on that. Now, for time's sake, go to Daniel 8 and 9. So now, just to bring you up to speed, what happened was Alexander, he lived a short life. He didn't even make it past, they say, I think, 32, something like that. He didn't make it past. Most historians, that's tight, his headpiece, the baby. Give Lahab a hand. What's his name again, Lahab? Makahan, priest from the past. Damn. Good night, man. Well, welcome back, brother. Right. Go ahead, Daniel 8:9.
The book of Daniel, chapter 8, chapter 8, verse 9.
So this is what happens. Alexander, he's going to Egypt, he's going to Persia, he's taking everything over. Then he dies at a young age. And most historians, that's what I was saying. Most historians agree that he died from a disease from his same-sex relations. Yeah, if you watch the movie Alexander, is that Colin Farrell? Colin Farrell, the guy that played in what was the reboot of Total Recall? What's the movie?
Total Recall. Phone booth?
Phone Booth. Is that Colin Farrell? Colin Farrell? Yeah, he watch that movie when you get a chance. The director caught a lot of heat because he stayed true to history. And in the movie, you see a lot of same-sex gestures from Alexander. Like he was liking his soldiers. You seen that movie?
No.
Oh, okay.
Question, if you mentioned earlier that Daniel was having
Yes, he was having a lot of visions.
I was curious why you shared that.
I got you. So the reason why, man, you making me go to the good part early. So give me Amos 3 and 7. That's fine. Another brother can read it. Amos 3 and 7. The reason why I want to show the prophecies first is to show you how true the Bible is and why it's the most referenced book known to man. This is why all your historians, all your archaeologists, all your high-level historians that know something, they refer to the Bible first.
Right.
You understand? When it comes to digging up ancient cities, they refer to the Bible first. Archaeology, the Bible first. Now, when you go into the Bible and you go and show that Daniel prophesied or the Lord showed Daniel that these things was going to happen before they happen, what do you know? Or what do you learn in turn when you learn that? That the Most High is real. You understand? Because Daniel ain't wake up out of nowhere. Let me make something up. No, he got a vision from God. That's what we need, right? And then it's also going to show you, well, if that was prophesied to happen and happen, and it did happen, history will tell you, we're going to read it. Well, then what else did God prophesy was going to happen? Christ cracking the sky. So guess what's going to happen? Based on the fact that God has a good track history of giving his prophets visions of things coming to the future and them happening, we can count on Christ cracking that sky in the near future. You understand? The near future. Salakia. Right? Go ahead.
It's like if I could too, like recently on my timeline on Facebook, I've been seeing a lot of posts about archaeology sites that are being uncovered and that's proven that the Bible is real.
Damn. Yeah.
More than ever.
More than ever.
Yeah, kind of.
Right.
It's like I just been seeing it flooded on my Facebook timeline.
Mm.
Like, oh, they found this spot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So many sites.
Yeah. Hey, get that brother hand, man. That's heavy.
And another thing too, sir.
Yep.
You were saying the Most High prophesied what's going to happen in the near future that blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans are going to rule.
Yeah. That's in the Bible. That's prophecy. You don't believe me? I can show you. You don't believe that Christ's going to crack the sky? You don't believe that Edomites are going to be slaves in the kingdom of heaven? We can show you in the Bible. That's prophesied in the Bible. I scored God. He smiled when I said that. He wants some servants, right? I wouldn't want to be on Oscar plantation, right? There's gonna be a mean brother right there. Anybody know Oscar, man? You know he's super tedious with stuff. That's real good trait. All right, keep going.
The book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 9.
Right.
And out of one of them came forth a little horn,
Right. Keep going.
which waxed exceedingly great
Uh-huh.
toward the south.
Go up to Daniel 8 and 8.
Book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 8.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, the he-goat.
The he-goat is who? Greece, right? And who was the first one to come out of Greece? The notable horn was Alexander. Go ahead.
Therefore, the he-goat waxed very great.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was strong, the great horn was broken,
Uh-huh.
and for it came up 4 notable ones toward the 4 winds of heaven.
Right. The 4 notable ones are the 4 generals that came from Alexander. Meaning, after Alexander died, Alexander gave what he took over to the men under him, his highest ranking men, his 4 generals, or I believe Latin is Diadochi, right? Because then there was a whole extravaganza known as the Diadochi Wars, and so each one of his generals took over a portion of what he conquered. But then they started like, hey, why he get more than me? Or I want that. Then they started fighting. You understand? That's what happened. But keep going.
Verse 9. And out of one of them
And out of one of the 4
came forth a little horn,
came forth another little horn. Keep going.
which waxed exceedingly great.
Right now, the one of them, you have 4 of them. You have 4 of the generals. You had Lysimachus, you had Seleucus, Ptolemy, and Antigonus. Right? Those are the name of his 4 generals. Right? And the main 2 was Ptolemy and Seleucus. The one that came from the Seleucid Empire, his name was Antiochus. We had to go through all that history just to get to the main figure in history concerning the Feast of Dedication to understand who Antiochus is. Now, go ahead, Ashkor, you had a question.
So it's Antiochus, and he had the son, right? And his son is the one that's spoken of in the book of Maccabees that won a war with us.
Yes. So you had Antiochus the first, Antiochus the second, Antiochus, they call him the Great. That's Antiochus the third. And then the one that came out of him, the one we're going to read about that dealt with Judas Maccabees, is Antiochus Epiphanes.
Right.
Antiochus the fourth. He really was just Antiochus the fourth. He named himself Epiphanes. Someone look up Epiphanes and say it for everybody. EPI. I ain't gonna try. No, they didn't get that, Malak. Huh? Mm-mm. Nope. Epiphanes. He called himself Epiphanes. Let's see what Epiphanes means. Go ahead, brother.
Epiphany. Languages, the manifestation of Christ to the Gentiles.
No, it's EPI. Let me see. Y'all thought I was joking. I cannot spell it off. Oh. Epiphanies. 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 God in the flesh. You understand? So that's what he called himself. Now, Lahab, remember, he sitteth in the temple of God. What? Remember the precept in Thessalonians? You see why, right? He calls himself God incarnate or in the flesh. So that was his attitude when he did the things that we're going to read about and learn about the Feast of Dedication overall. But Daniel prophesied about Antiochus Epiphanes IV before Alexander even overthrew the Persians. Hundreds of years, 400 years, roughly. Keep going.
And out of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceedingly great, toward the south, toward the east, and toward the pleasant land.
What's the pleasant land? Ashkur? What's the pleasant land? No, this is during the time of Daniel getting the vision. But he's saying that Antiochus Epiphanes, or this little horn, moved towards the west, the south, the north, and towards the pleasant land. You wasn't wrong, but there, why not? Good night. All right, go ahead. Verse 10.
Verse 10. and it waxed great, even to the host of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And it cast down some of the host and of the stairs of the ground,
Stars.
and the stars of the ground.
So it came to the host of heaven and he came to the host of heaven and cast down the stars of God. I'll read it again.
And it waxed great, even to the host of heaven, and it cast down some of the host and of the stars to the ground, and stamped upon them.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11. Yea, he magnified himself.
Now, what is that talking about? Go ahead.
He glorified himself, puffed himself up.
He absolutely did, but I want to know where he went to the host of heaven and cast down some of the hosts and of the stars to the ground. Ashkur. Go ahead.
Talking about when you spoke about the 4 generals who took over after the great.
Right, and then after the 4 generals, it dwindled down to 2, Ptolemy and Seleucus. Then and Antiochus comes from who? Seleucid, the Seleucid dynasty.
Right. So
Uh-huh.
this is talking about when Antiochus IV went into what's the other dudes like the 2 of them is
Judah Maccabees,
no. You said there were 2 generals.
Seleucid and Ptolemy.
So Antiochus IV went to Ptolemy to take over that land.
That's a good guess. The host of heaven, the host of God. Who would that be? Us. He eventually got to us. And the host of heaven, it says, and got the host and the stars. Think of stars. The prominent figures in our nation. Right? The leaders. The people we looked up to. He got to them, and even some of them he cast to the ground. How? Exactly. By getting them to sell out.
So this is talking about the time of Maccabees.
Yes. I'm reading to you the prophecy, and I'm explaining to you what the prophecy is talking about. Then we're going to read the actual history. And then we're going to go, well, that didn't it say that in Daniel? Remember it said that in Daniel? So now it's going to say this in Maccabees. It's going to say this in history. You get my point? All right. Keep going. Let me see. Genesis.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he magnified.
1 second. Go ahead, sis.
So I gotta say, it sounds like some strategy right now in the politics.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Give her a hand. That's absolutely right. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 11. Yea, he magnified himself even to the prince of the host, and by him the daily sacrifices was taken away.
Right. Remember the host of heaven. This is a host of heaven precept. And the stars. Remember when Joseph had a dream? What did he dream about? And
If I remember correctly, he dreamed that the crop the bills of hay. You said
the stars.
stars bowed to the moon.
Yeah.
And he was the moon.
Yeah. And the tribes was the stars.
And then he had a second dream where the bunches of hay bowed down.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was all prophetic on how they sold him off into slavery, and then the lie was parched of vegetation and crops, and then they ended up going, not recognizing him, seeing him in Egypt as a figure of authority, and his dream came true. That's cold, bro. Read that account when you can, Genesis the 37th chapter. But go ahead, keep reading Daniel 8.
Verse 11. Yea, he magnified himself even to the prince of the host, and by him the daily sacrifice was taken away, and the place of his sanctuary was cast down. Verse 12. And host was given him against the daily sacrifice by reason of transgression. And it cast down the truth to the ground. And it practiced and prosper.
Meaning that this specific person is going to prevail momentarily and destroying everything we deem holy, right? And we'll read about all the, horrific things this man did. Go to verse 23.
Book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 23. And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance,
Right.
and understanding dark sentences.
This is doubling down.
stand up.
This is doubling down on Antiochus Epiphanes. You're going to learn that this is who it's talking about. It says a king of fierce countenance. Give me that image right there. Go ahead, Kamada. With the coin, the 2 coins, that one. Go ahead, Kamada.
I wanted to point out that this prophecy is the same that happened centuries apart. Also in Deuteronomy 28 and 50, where it said that the Spaniards were going to come and fierce countenance.
Yeah, damn. That's heavy. Get up by the hand. Still Esau.
Right.
They're the nation of fierce countenance that don't regard the old or the young. Yeah. Now, this is an actual coin. Make it big, Malakma. This is an actual Grecian coin. That is Antiochus Epiphanes. He looked like a devil. It's like it. Where you think Donald Trump is bad, and he's up there. But this dude, we're gonna read about what he was doing. Terrible. Terrible. Look at him. That's come on. That's exactly.
Andrew Jackson.
Damn. Yeah, Esau got hell to pay. Look like Charlie Kirk's wife. That brother, that is crazy. You can bring that down, Malakma. All right. Actually, leave it up a little bit. That's fine. Go ahead, read Daniel 8 and 23.
Book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 23. And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to full, a king of fierce countenance.
It's like in the back. If y'all could keep it, not to that, if y'all could keep it down a little bit. Go ahead, the water.
A king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences
Uh-huh.
shall stand up. Verse 24. And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power.
Right.
And he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people.
Right. He not by his own power, because he was backed by Greece. He was basically financed by Greece and the Seleucid Empire. How he got into sitting on the throne of his father before him is a whole story in itself. But to make it short, he ended up on the throne, right, as the leader. And it says that, and he shall destroy wonderfully, and he shall prosper and practice, and he shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. Who is the mighty and holy people? Us, the children of Israel. Keep going. 25.
And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Uh-huh.
And he shall magnify himself in his heart.
What does that sound like? He shall magnify himself in his heart and his mind. Remember, when you see heart is really your mind. What's one way he magnified himself in his heart? I gave it to you earlier. Just one way. So he did something very subtle to let you know how he magnifies himself in his heart. Malakma? Called himself God in the flesh. Right? So that lets you know how he felt about himself. Keep going.
And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many.
And by peace shall destroy many. How? How? How did it, by peace did he destroy many? We're going to read about it. Go ahead, sis. Exactly, by making them Greek. But how? What does it mean by peace? No, go ahead. You don't have to die. Listen, eat this pork, you'll be good. Yeah. 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 Now, not everybody ate pork. Yeah, not everybody ate pork. Not everybody, not only did he try to make us eat pork, he tried to make our leaders sacrifice. Like imagine getting a pig, like a big pig, and it's squirming around in a Greek soldier's hand, and they put it on the altar where we would sacrifice clean animals such as bullocks and lamb, where the priest would make their daily sacrifices, burnt offerings. They would have the pig in his hand and make you slice its neck and cause pig blood to go all. You understand? Like that is disgusting and disrespectful as hell. But they knew what they was doing, right? Now, this again is the prophecy. This is hundreds of years, 300 to 400 years before what we're going to read. So I want you to keep that in mind. All right. So now let's go to 1 Maccabees 1:1 to show the history of this happening. So if you was a brother that lived during the time of 1 Maccabees 1:1, you would think, damn, Daniel talked about this. That gotta be who Daniel was talking about, Ashkur. You understand? Imagine growing up in the school and you learning about different prophecies of Daniel, not knowing what the hell is talking about. And then you see you living through what Daniel was talking about, and you remember all them classes you was in. You like, I think that gotta be him. That gotta be what Daniel's talking about. The king of fierce countenance. You can pull it down, Malakma. All right. So now let's read why we keep the Feast of Dedication, or what's the Hebrew word for dedication? Abijah? Hakanaka. Go ahead. 1 Maccabees 1:1.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece. Verse 2. And made many wars, and won many strongholds, and slew the king of the earth. Verse 3. And went through to the ends of the earth, and took spoil of many nations, and so much that the earth was quiet before him.
So what we just read, Ashkur?
Read about Alexander the Great. So much over so many kingdoms that he was a superpower in the earth.
Yeah.
And then, the earth was quiet before him, like shut everybody up.
Yeah. He made many wars. But verse 1 says the first over Greece. Right? Alexander, remember going back to Daniel 8, the rough he-goat, and then a notable one out of the a notable horn out of the rough he-goat. That's Alexander. Maccabees saying the first over Greece, and made many wars and won many strongholds. That's when it was talking. What Daniel saw in the vision was Alexander creating many wars and winning many strongholds. You understanding what Daniel saw? He saw this man under Greece do what? Take over the known world at a fast pace. Right? Keep going.
Whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up. Verse 4. And he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations. And kings became tributaries upon him. Verse 5.
Kratza.
Verse 5. And after these things he fell sick
Slightly.
and perceived that he should die. Verse 6. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and have been brought up with him.
It said in verse 5, it says, and after these things he fell sick and perceived that he should die. And then what did he do? Verse 6.
Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable
Uh-huh.
and had been brought up with him from his youth.
Who is that? The four notable ones in Daniel the 8th chapter, which was who? His four generals. Go ahead.
And parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive.
And he's on his deathbed, and he parted his empire among the four generals. You understand? You're going to take this, Ptolemy. You're going to take over Egypt. Seleucus, you're going to take over what's modern day Iran, Afghanistan, Persia, Iran, same thing, right? Lebanon and Syria. That's what the Seleucus took over, right? Keep going.
Verse 7.
Oh, go to that.
Alexander reigned 12 years.
Go to that image. The map. Right? This is to help you. This is like a frame of reference. Okay, look. You see the Seleucid Empire, and then that's the blue. And then you see the Ptolemaic kingdom. You see that? PTO. What is that? L? The gold is the Ptolemies. That's like Egypt and whatnot. And the blue is what the Seleucids took over. That's like Iran, Afghanistan, Syria, Lebanon, right? And Israel's in the middle of all that. Israel is right between the Ptolemaic. Yeah, you see, it's not really highlighted, but that's just showing what the Ptolemies were over. You ever see? Remember them? You a dean, right? You know them books at school, like them history books, and they got like that one white Egyptian dude. You know what I'm talking about? So pull that up, Malakma. White Egyptian history book. That might be our era. I don't know. I score. If I, you know what I'm talking about, Lahab? Yeah. Pull that up, Malakma, when you get a chance. Go ahead. I score.
You're not saying that the Ptolemies were Egyptians.
Yes, they was. Yeah, they sat as pharaohs. White people ruled Egypt. They took it over.
No, but they were wearing all that.
Yeah. Alexander went into Egypt and did it first. He sat as pharaoh. Book. White Egyptian here. No, go to images. That dude. That dude right there. He in all the history books. Go ahead, not. Nah, just it's a lot of them. But just put my plate aside. But that's the guy in all the history books when I was growing up. When I went to high school. That was, remember that coming out? Or am I tripping? Yeah, that's technically not wrong. You got them. Go ahead. That's all right. But I like that. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, exactly. But keep going to Maccabees.
So like,
Go ahead.
don't they have a city in Egypt like after that was named Alexandria?
Yeah.
Right.
Get a brother hand, man. Brother studying a little bit, man. I don't know. That's good work. All right, you can make it just me, Malakma. Go ahead.
Verse 7.
You got it.
So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 8. And his servants bare rule every one in his place.
Uh-huh.
Verse 9. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves.
Right. Keep going.
So did their sons after them many years.
Keep going.
And
Right. You had not only just Ptolemy the second, Ptolemy the third, Seleucus of Nicanor, Seleucus the second, Demetrius, go all the way going down, right? Keep going.
and evils were multiplied in the earth.
Now, as they're ruling the earth, what was multiplied on the planet? Evil. I wonder why. Someone get Job 9:24. Job 9:24. Evils were multiplied once what? Someone make it simple for me. Evils were multiplied. Go ahead, Kamada.
Once the Earth was given into the hand of the wicked.
Oh man, you get the answer. I'm talking about. I'm
Oh,
talking
Salaki. I thought-
like make it plain.
Oh, okay.
Like once the oppressor started,
yeah.
once he started ruling,
Okay.
right? Job 9:24. Go ahead.
The book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24.
Uh-huh.
The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
The earth is given to the hands of the wicked. Go ahead.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof. They was doing that when? Going back all the way to the Greeks. Go ahead.
If not where, and who is he?
If he's not the wicked, then who is? That's what Job said. Back to Maccabees. I believe the scriptures say, I'll have to refresh my memory, where it says, when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. You let me know if you're rejoicing every day. Right? We mourning as a people. So what that mean?
Wicked.
There you go. Get him brother a hand, man. Go ahead.
Verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes,
Uh-oh.
son of Antiochus the king, who
Mm.
had been a hostage of Rome.
So we went through all the prophecies in Daniel. Now we're here, right? To learn about this. This is the main person next to, he's like I don't want to put it in the terms like a comic book, but he's, in like every good story, it's like the main good guy and the main bad guy. He's the main bad guy. You understand? Huh? And Antiochus, the main antagonist. Okay. Antiochus, the antagonist. That's a tongue. Say that fast for a time. All right, go ahead.
Who had been in hostage at Rome, and he reigned in 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks.
Uh-huh.
Verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men,
Uh-huh.
who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us.
Right. Now, what happened was we started to get, now they come into the host of heaven and causing the stars to fall to the ground. Remember that? In Daniel, the 8th chapter, what we read? The Greeks, namely Antiochus Epiphanes, is sending Greek soldiers to Israel and giving us ultimatums. Pledge your allegiance to Greece and Antiochus the king, or die. Or have your family skinned alive. Y'all read that, right? I know y'all eating, but I still got to say it. There was an account of brothers. One brother was boiled alive because he refused to eat pork. The 7 sons who died manfully but were tortured while their mother watched. One brother was skinned alive. One brother was boiled alive. I think one brother had his members cut off. His hand, his tongue, his nose. And you know what they saying as they doing it, right? You don't have to feel no more pain. Just eat that pork. You go hug your mother. And the brothers took it like straight G's. And they gonna be back. Go ahead.
So did this happen during? This happened like before Maccabees?
What, you talking about that account?
Yeah.
No, that's the same time period. Same time period. Maybe a few years after. It doesn't really say, but it's the same time period. You get what I'm saying? They probably knew Mattathias from around the way or something like that. Who knows? Right? But go ahead.
For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
Right?
Verse 12.
Uh-huh.
So this device pleased them well.
Right?
Verse 13.
So this device pleased them well. Who? Who did it please well? The sellouts.
Right.
You always got sellouts amongst us in the nation of Israel. Go ahead, Ashkur.
That matches so well with ICE.
Yeah.
Brothers on ICE, they don't want to be arguing with them.
That's crazy, bro. Now go to verse 41. Same. First Maccabees 1 and 41.
First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 41.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people. 42.
Mhm.
And
Right. He wanted everybody to be one people, but what one people? What kind of one people? He wanted them to be Greeks. You understand? Go ahead.
42. And everyone should leave his laws, so all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
And everyone should leave his laws, meaning however you were grown up. It wasn't just us under the Greeks. It was other nations under the Greeks too. You weren't allowed to be a Persian and worshiping Dagon or whoever the hell it is they worship, right? You weren't allowed to be an Israelite and worship the God of Israel. You weren't allowed to do that. You had to be Greek. And what's some of them Greek gods? Malak, what's a Greek god? Is it Zeus? Zeus? Oh, Saturn? Ibajah? Poseidon? Right? Greek. What is it? Greek mythology. Medusa's Greek mythology?
Yeah.
That's Greek mythology? What's another one, man? Who? Nike, right.
That's Hades.
The Greek god is Hades. Jupiter. I may have been Roman. But you get the point. You had to follow those guys. Go ahead. Saturnalia. You have to do things like that, right? Go ahead.
43. Yea, many also of Israelites consented to his religion
Right. Keep going.
and sacrificed unto Salakia, and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. 44. For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land. 45. And forbid burnt offerings.
So what did the Greeks do at the order of Antiochus? Forbid burnt offerings. Right? This is before Christ. Go ahead.
And forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice.
So the priest would orchestrate burnt offerings on behalf of not only just sinners, but it's something we did daily. That was part of our culture. The priests, it was their job going along with the high priest and the temple, the Holy of Holies, the Ark of the Covenant, the whole nine, right? The brazen altar. Keep going.
And drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbath and festive festival days.
Right. And not only that they couldn't keep the Sabbath, but that they should profane the Sabbath. Keep going.
Verse 46. And pollute the sanctuary and holy people. 47. Set up altars and groves.
So not only did they tear down what we deemed holy, but they set up their groves, their altars to their gods. Keep going.
Set up altars and groves and chapels of idols and sacrifice swine's flesh.
And sacrifice swine's flesh. Keep going.
And unclean beasts.
And unclean beasts. Going back to Antiochus knowing what? It said that he understood dark sayings and interpretations. He knew our records. Like he studied us before he went and attacked us. He knew that we were the children of Israel. We didn't do this. We didn't do that. All right, I'm going to make him do that. He's a devil. He's crafty. That's what he do. Right? Like them Roman soldiers, I believe the Greeks, can't put it past them either. They would, on purpose, they wouldn't ransack your house broad daylight when you're awake. They would go when you're asleep. They kick in your door while you're asleep. Like he does things. He's a cunning hunter. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 48. That they should also leave their children uncircumcised.
Right. And he didn't allow us to circumcise our sons, which was a part of our covenant or agreement with the Most High God to circumcise our sons on the 8th day. This is where it all began. And then if you want to time travel 2,000 years in the future, this is why Paul and all the disciples had to work as hard as they did, all because of what Antiochus IV implemented. Damn. And now I got to argue with Knucklehead about, 2,000 years from that, if the Israelite, you feel me, Shadrach, it don't stop. All because of this devil. Damn, Antiochus. Boy, don't let him be in my region. Y'all can have Donald Trump. I want Antiochus. Lord willing. But go ahead, keep reading.
And make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation.
Right. He would make men lay down with married women. He would make us do all kind of things to do what? To break our spirit, to break the Israel out of us. This is why Timothy's father was a Greek. You understand? Not Greek by white man Greek, but Greek and what? Right. Right. He grew up Greek. He grew up because his forefather submitted to Antiochus. You understand? Somewhere down the line. Keep going.
49. To the end that they might forget the law and change all of their ordinances.
So the whole purpose of Antiochus doing what he did was for what? Was for what? That they might forget the law. That they might forget the law. And if we forget the law, what does that result to? Not only forgetting about the Most High, but the Most High not being with us. Because if you forget the law, that make you a sinner. If you're a sinner, God is not with sinners. You understand? Now go to did you read 50? Yeah, that was 50, right? Okay, go ahead, read 50.
Verse 50. And whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die.
You see that, right? There was no, leeway. So then he sent out this letter to his troops, to his soldiers who are, invading our homeland. And his high-ranking soldiers are making announcements throughout the city. And we probably gathered around in large crowds listening. This is what the king said. You're not allowed to circumcise your sons. You're not allowed to grow your beards. You better shave your damn beard when he get here. You better, all of that, or die. And a brother in the background in the crowd like, right? Damn, boy, that's, that is crazy. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, some brothers was like, sign me up. Right? Those are your Uncle Toms today. Yes, sir, Antiochus. Right?
So like I said,
Go ahead.
When you mentioned about the letters, that reminds me of like the Willie Lynch letters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sending them from plantation to plantation, how to, keep us oppressed and, destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Oh, go to chapter 2, verse 1. First Maccabees, chapter 2, verse 1.
Book of First Maccabees, chapter 2, verse 1. In those days arose Mattathias, the son of John, the son of Simeon, a priest of the sons of Jorah and Jerusalem, and dwelt in Modin. Verse 2. And he had 5 sons, Jonan, called Caddis.
Now we learned about Antiochus. Now we're learning about a man by the name of Mattathias and his sons. Right? Mattathias is the father of, keep going.
Verse 3, Simon, called Phasi. 4, verse 4, Judah, who was called Maccabees. Verse 5, Eli, called Apharim. And Jonathan, whose surname was Apphus. Verse 6, And when he saw the blasphemies that were committed in Judah and Jerusalem, verse 7, he said, woe is me.
Right. That's a very famous term in the Bible when righteous men see something. Like Ezra said that. Woe is me. But this brother was, damn, hold on. Latazar. This was before, no, this was after Esdras. Because Ezra, during the time of Ezra or Esdras, Nehemiah, Zerubbabel, who else? Joshua the high priest. Remember, during their life, the temple got destroyed because of who? Nebuchadnezzar.
Right.
Then they had to rebuild it under the Persians. And now it's getting destroyed again. And now Mattathias, being a righteous brother that he is, he like, damn, man, woe is me. He was very, 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 very heartbroken to witness everything he's witnessing. Go ahead.
Wherefore was I born to see this misery of my people
I
and of
scored.
the holy city, and to dwell there. When it was delivered unto the hand of the enemy, and the sanctuary into the hand of the strangers.
Uh-huh.
Her
You
temple,
got to understand how holy the temple was to us, how consecrated it was. The temple, before it was the temple, it was the what? The tabernacle. The tabernacle was like a tent we took with us, and we would set it up on all fours. It was like an outer court, and then it was the actual tent, and it was divisions in the tent. When you first walk in, or when you first approach the tent or the tabernacle, was the brazen altar. You walk past the brazen altar, you walk inside, only priests could walk inside the first part, right? You had the menorah lit. That was another thing that's, I believe, like a pot of water or something like that. I could be mistaken. But then there's another part in the tabernacle was known as the Holy of Holies, a big curtain. It was a big, huge curtain that divided one room from another. And that room, only the high priest can enter into. You understand? There was a king, I believe it was King Uzziah, who tried to go and do what a high priest was supposed to do, and he caught leprosy. Yeah. Go ahead.
verse 8.
Fact check that. I believe it was King Uzziah. I don't want to put nothing on the brother that it didn't happen to. That'd be crazy. But I'm about 99.9% sure that was King Uzziah. Uzziah. It was one of the kings. Go ahead.
Verse 8. Her temple is become a man without glory.
Uh-huh.
Verse 9. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity.
Uh-huh.
Her
When did the tabernacle become physical? We said we're going to stop moving around. We're not in the wilderness no more. It's going to be permanent. We're here now. Who? It was Uzziah. Get a brother a hand. Right? Not Uzziah. I like Uzziah. Uzziah was tripping. Right? Solomon. Remember, the Lord told King David, "You gonna, your son gonna build it." And King David was like, "I want to build it." He was like, "Your hands too bloody. Got too much blood on your hands, David. Your son gonna build it." And King Solomon built the temple. And it was from that point, it was always because we're in a homeland now. We're not moving around. We don't need a tent. Now, keep going.
Verse 9. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity.
Uh-huh.
Her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men with the sword of the enemy.
Right. Imagine your sons and daughters being victims to the Greeks. You think them Greek soldiers cared that was your precious baby girl? Man, they was having their way with our women. And you know what I mean by that? Same thing that there's no difference between Hellenization and colonization, Hamadai.
Okay.
And there's no difference between the people who did it.
Right.
It's the same man. Go ahead, Hamadai.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Going back to the where it says
Malakma,
fierce countenance.
you got the mic. Go ahead, Hamadai.
So like I said, where it said going back to the fierce countenance. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go into Deuteronomy, it tells you that, you know, and it is the same oppression, just centuries apart, right? But it tells you that they have no regard for the old or the young.
Yeah, they have no regard for the old or the young. If you wasn't submitting to Greece, you was out of there.
Right.
They was gonna make an example out of you. That's a Edomite tactic, is to make an example out of somebody. You know what they used to do? I don't want to go into buck breaking. But not only buck breaking, beating someone to death, whipping them at the stake, and making us watch. Why they want to make you watch Joe get beat? Why? Ibajala. Exactly. And that's what Antiochus Epiphanes did. Public executions to the rebellious in his eyes. Keep going. So now, Mattathias, being the righteous brother, the righteous father he is, him and his sons, they see what's going on. Not only do they see Antiochus killing us, but what he also sees is what? Brothers selling out. Israelite leaders selling out. Keep going.
Verse 10. What nation hath not had a part in her kingdom and got out of her spoils? 11. All her ornaments are taken away. Of a free woman she has become a bond slave.
Keep going. What verse you at?
Verse 12.
Oh, that perfect.
And behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory, is laid waste, and the Gentiles have profaned it.
Uh-huh.
Verse 13. To what end, therefore, shall we live any longer?
Right.
Verse 14. Then Mattathias and his sons rent their clothes and put on sackcloth and mourn very sore.
That was the Israelite custom. That's something very ancient. Where we would pour, in times of mourning, we would pour ashes on our head. You understand? Rip our. It's just showing that we're in a time of lamentation, a time of mourning, great heaviness and great sorrow. You see? Because we hate to see what's happening to us in this time, right? Go to verse 27. So now Mattathias is rallying up, jumping forward a little bit, rallying up people who feel the same way he does, who's genuinely, sad to see what's going on, and rallying who doesn't want to be sellouts to Antiochus Epiphanes, who doesn't want to make his allegiance with Donald Trump. So to put it in today's term, go ahead. Black one. No, you just dry record. You're not. It's not a lot. It's not. You just, yeah. You're just gonna send it to me. You good? I'm sorry.
And Mattathias cried out throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, whosoever is zealous of the law and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me. Verse 28. So he and his sons fled into the mountains and left all that they had in the city.
They left their house. If you want to follow the Most High, come with us. Go ahead.
Verse 29. Then many that sought after justice and judgment went down into the wilderness to dwell there. Verse 30. Both they and their children and their wives and their cattle, because the afflictions increased sore upon them.
Keep going.
31. Now, when it was told the king's servants and the host that was at Jerusalem in the city of David, that certain men who had broken the king's commandment were gone down into the secret places in the wilderness.
Whose commandment did they break? You had a large group of people with Mattathias, and then you had another large group of people that left. Right? Whose commandment did they break? The king's. Now, the Greek soldiers caught wind of them fleeing into the wilderness. And so the high-ranking Grecian soldiers went and reported it to Antiochus Epiphanes. Keep going.
Verse 32. They pursued after them a great number of having overtaken them. They camped against them and made war against them on the Sabbath day.
See, that's the devil being the devil, right? He know that we honored the Sabbath day as a day of rest, so we're not going to attack them on any day. We're going to attack them on the Sabbath day. Why? To see if they will fight on the Sabbath day. You see? Keep going. Go ahead. Yeah, exactly. But with intention, right? That was strategic on their part. right? Like okay, these wasn't your Edomites straight out the cave. They running the world right now. They had structure in their armies and order, weapons. You know how there's a Malakma, look this up real quick. Macedonian phalanx. I believe it's Phalanx. I could be way off. Do not judge me. Macedonian, just type that in. Macedonian, M-A-C-E, Macedonian, D-O-N-I-A-N. Macedonian. Now type space, P phalanx, Phalanx. This is how they took over the world with this maneuver. Give me go down to the right, down, up. Oh no, right there. I know that ain't helping either. Wait, this one or that? It don't matter. Yeah, with the spears. That took over the world. No sweat. I'm gonna show the live viewers. They would get in a ranked formation with their spears, and they're coming at you. They got the shield and the spears, one going this way, one coming up, kind of one high, and they're walking towards you. And the Persians and everybody before them was outdated in their military wit. The Macedonian phalanx, which came from Alexander's father, Philip of Macedon, that's how Alexander took over the world so fast. By the Macedonian phalanx. That maneuver right there. You got long spears. What you supposed to do? Your arrows ain't getting through. You're not walking up to them and stabbing them. Now, who else forms like that? Remember when they unalived George Floyd and there was riots in the city? How did they get people out the way? Forming up like that. But instead of spears, it was batons and tear gas. And what kind of bullets? Rubber bullets. Keep going.
Verse 33. And they said unto them, let that which ye have done.
He's out of there.
Verse 33. And they said unto them, let that which ye have done hitherto suffice. Come forth and do according to the commandment of the king, and ye shall live.
Keep going.
34. But they said, we will not come forth, neither will we do the king's commandment to profane the Sabbath day. 35. So then they gave them the battle with all speed. 36. Howbeit they answered them not, neither cast they a stone at them, nor stopped the places where they lay hid. 37. But said, let us die all in our infancy.
So now you got one group of Israelites in the wilderness who are saying, if they attack us on the Sabbath day, we're not going to fight. Then you got another group of Israelites who are saying, did we get that far, Ashkur? The other group says what? Yeah, one group says we're not going to fight. Let us just die in our innocency. And that's what's going to happen if you follow these other groups. They're going to teach you to make your child starve on the Day of Atonement. Dumb stuff. You don't make me one, Malakma. You're going to here's the thing, right? This the same spirit. This is what I'm trying to help you understand. The same spirit that the people that said, let us die in our innocency, just F it. Let's just die. If they attack us on the Sabbath. It's the Sabbath. That same spirit is alive today. And what? And the example I gave you is you have Israelites who say your newborn baby is supposed to be a part or partake in the Day of Atonement, where you go 24 hours without food or drink. Now, is that safe for your child? You think God wants a baby to starve? What are we talking about? Every soul, every soul.
Right.
Come on, man. Right? Or even, not only that, what if you need medication? You got to be an able body. Like the law is not grievous. Maybe they didn't understand that part. You understand? Like that's why the UPK, man, give it up for Commander Junior Hunter, man, for Commander Junior Hunter. But holding on to, practicality. It's in the name, Malakma. Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, right? It's not practical to have a child fast, a 5-year-old go, 24. The child can what? Die, dummy. Slack it. That just pisses me off. And then you want to talk about doctrine and all that nonsense. Like, man, miss me with that. Go ahead, Ashcore. You gonna say something?
I was gonna say, like, that spirit, the same spirit of these fake Israelites,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Each Israelite group, they're either eating cold food on the Sabbath, they're either teaching them right to be saved, they're doing gay activities with women, etc.
Yeah.
It all comes from not having the spirit of truth, so being able to understand the scripture.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Good brother here, man. Yep. All right, let's keep reading.
Verse 36. Howbeit they answered them not, neither cast I a stone at them, nor stopped the places where they laid hid. 37. But said, let us die all in our innocency.
Innocency. Yep.
Heaven and earth shall testify for us that ye put us to death wrongfully.
Mm-hmm.
38. So they rose up against them in a battle on the Sabbath, and they slew them.
So those people died. Men, women, and children died because some leader said, we're not gonna fight on the Sabbath. You get what I'm saying? That was the wrong spirit to be in. Go ahead.
With their wives and children and their cattle, to the number of 1,000 people. 39. Now when Mattathias and his friends understood hereof, they mourned for them right sore.
Because that was their people. It's a tough time right now in Israel. Keep going.
Verse 40. And one of them said to another, if we all do as our brethren have done, and fight not for our lives and laws against the heathen, they would now quickly root us out of the earth. 41. At that time, therefore, they decreed, saying, whosoever shall come to make battle with us on the Sabbath day, we will fight against them.
That's the spirit we have in here. You understand? They running here on the Sabbath. They might not run out of here on the Sabbath. You understand? Keep going.
Neither will die all as our brethren that were murdered in the secret places.
And then you're going to learn, as you read, what time is it? 48. As you read, you learn about a brother by the name of Judas Maccabees, the son of Mattathias. He was moving like King David on these Greeks. Like he was like a superhero, right? He was moving on these Greeks, destroying them, killing them, right? And eventually destroyed the influence that the Greeks were having on us. During the time of Judas Maccabees, I want to jump to that, get it, 2 Maccabees 10:1. Right? So now this is known as the Maccabean Revolt, or the Maccabean Revolt. And during this time, or the Maccabean Wars, Antiochus and his powers versus Judas Maccabees and the brothers. Good versus evil. And good prevailed ultimately. And we destroyed the altars they set up. We rededicated our temple. We cleaned it up, right? And we're going to read about that. And that's why we're here today. Because of all the oppression, everything they destroyed, you understand, all the Hellenization, all the crimes they committed in our land, the Most High rose up mighty men, namely Judas Maccabees, to do what? To fight back. Not to sit on the Sabbath day and just die, but to fight back. That's why General Muhammad says, life is warfare. You are not allowed to sit here and just sit and die. You have to fight back. If there's news you got from the doctor, you're just supposed to sit there and die? No, you fight back. That's the spirit of Christ, to fight back. You understand? Go ahead.
This is the book of Second Maccabees, chapter 10, verse 1. Now, Maccabeus and his company, the Lord guided them, recover the temple and the city. Verse 2.
Uh-huh.
But the altars which the heathen have built in the open street, and also the chapels, they pulled down.
I didn't read it, but they was hanging infants from light poles, from poles in the streets. They found out you circumcised that child. Let me see his private part. And then they would move the clothing from the baby. And if that baby was circumcised, they would hang the child from his neck and make you watch it. Keep going. And then and Judas Maccabees gave them Greeks hell. Give that brother a hand. You understand? Mattathias a hand. Righteous figures, righteous brothers in the scriptures and in our history. This is actual history. This isn't like, this actually happened. This is referred to outside of the Bible. Look up Maccabean revolt in your phone. Look up Antiochus. Like he's not just named in the Bible. He's a real historical figure, which if these are real historical figures and this is a real historical event that actually happened, that would mean what? Bring me home, my Baja.
Bible is real.
Why is the Bible real? I swore.
It means like it means that the things you read about in the Bible that are supernatural, like MCU,
No. Yes, the Most High is real, but why do we know the Most High is real? Ibaja?
prophecies came through.
Come on, bring me home. Somebody bring me home. Don't tell me how you got the itis. Bring me home. Malakma?
Like certain events actually happened.
The events actually happened, yes, but I don't want to give it to you. Come on, bring me home, somebody.
So you said
Hold on, let young man Leonard take a stab at it.
Like was a history book.
Nope.
can you repeat the question?
I don't even remember the question. Right? The question is, no, I really don't remember it. But the point I'm trying to make is that Daniel prophesied it. That's why we read Daniel. Daniel was 400 years before Antiochus Epiphanes, and he saw everything that was going to happen, and we're reading what happened. You understand? So if that's true, and that happened, then surely when the prophets talk about Christ returning, that's got to happen. Based on God's perfect track record of being a man of his word, Christ is going to come back. Hold on. Christ said he's going to come back. Christ told his disciples 2,000 years ago, I'm coming back. Not in those words, but you get my point.
Right.
He's going to come back. You will see the Son of Man coming in great power and glory. So guess what I can count on? Yakawan? But nope. Close. If Christ told me, if Christ told the disciples that he's coming back in great power and glory, what can I count on Christ doing? Young man Leonard.
Destroying the
Israelites?
Nope. Go ahead.
Giving me the power.
Nope. Nope. Go ahead, sis.
Yeah.
Like I got it.
He's coming back to he's able to prove to us that his word is gonna come to fruition.
That's true, but no. That's not the answer I'm looking for. Go ahead. Nope. One more try. Or two more tries. Ashkur?
What exactly we said?
Nope. Ibaja?
Like, sir, the question was, if Christ said he's gonna come back, what would we expect Christ to do?
The question was, I'm gonna give you the answer. All right, tell me the answer.
Keep his word.
No. Nope. Damn, Yaquan, he just threw you under the bus. So that's crazy. If Christ is gonna come back, if he told his disciples he's coming back in great power and glory, what can I count on Christ to do?
To crack the sky.
No. Almost, brother. Right there. Ibaja.
Come back with great power.
Thank you. Get a brother a hand. Nah, you didn't say that. Nah, did he say that? Nah, you didn't say that. That's all right, though. If Christ said that he's going to come back in great power and glory, I can count on him coming back in great power and glory. That was a little exercise of staying with me. What I referred to, right? Yeah, it was supposed to be. Right? Y'all eating good. I gotta do something. Right? But that's the ultimate point. The Feast of Dedication is talking about a time in our history where we triumphed over our oppressors. You understand? It's a glorious occasion, like they celebrate Thanksgiving, right? Where they triumphed over us. The Feast of Dedication is where we remember where a notable man by the name of Judas Maccabees and righteous Israelite brothers fought back against Antiochus Epiphanes and the evil powers that be at that time. You understand? That's why we remember it. Right? Another day we're going to remember is the Feast of Purim. We're going to learn why we remember that as well. Right? Another glorious time of success for us and in the midst of adversity. You're going to learn that. Right? Keep reading that just to close it out.
Verse 4. When that was done, they fell flat down and besought the Lord that they might come no more into such trouble.
Uh-huh.
But if they sin any more against him, that he himself would chasten them with mercy,
Uh-huh.
and that they might not be delivered unto the blasphemous and barbarous nation.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5. Now, upon the same day that the strangers profaned the temple, on the very same day it was cleansed again.
Damn, that's poetic. The same day it was, I mean, come on, man. You can't make that up. Go ahead.
On the very same day it was cleansed again, even the 25th day of the same month, which is slow.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 6. And they kept 8 days with gladness, as in the Feast of the Tabernacle, remembering that not long before they had held the Feast of the Tabernacle,
Uh-huh.
when as they wandered in the mountains in dens like beasts.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7. Therefore they bear branches and fair boughs and palms.
So you remember the Feast of Dedication for the space of how long? Sis?
8 days.
Get a sister hand. For the space of 8 days. I know you knew it, Shalak, because you read it. Just want to make sure everybody, you understand, locked in. Go ahead.
Therefore they bear branches and fair boughs and palms also, and sang psalms unto him that had given them good success in cleansing his place.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 8. They ordained also by a common statute and decree that every year those days should be kept of the whole nation of the Jews.
This is a 2,000-plus-year-old practice, an Israelite custom. You understand? How do I know? Because Jesus Christ did it. Jesus Christ kept the feast of dedication. That's in John 10 and 22. Ashkur, right? Matter of fact, go ahead and pull that, but keep reading.
Verse 9. And this was the end of Antiochus called Epiphanes. Verse 10. Now, when we declare the acts of Antiochus Eupator, who was the son of this wicked man, having
You paid her. No sweat.
Eupator?
Yeah. Tomato. Who? Yeah, we don't care about them anyway.
Esau, who was in the son of this wicked man, gathering richly the calamities of the wars. Verse 11. So when he was come to the crown, Lysias.
That's it on that. So is everybody clear on what the Feast of Dedication is about? Put it this way. One day we're going to celebrate Christ overthrowing Donald Trump and the wicked American government. The same way we celebrate the Feast of Dedication, there's going to be a new day in the kingdom of heaven that we're going to practice in Israel that's going to be no longer, it's not going to be about God destroying Egypt. It's going to be a new day we observe of God destroying Esau and our oppressors here in America. That's going to happen. That's prophecy. You understand? So with that's the Feast of Dedication class. Everybody ate? Good. Go ahead. Questions?
Light up candles, but we light them daily, all day.
You would light them every day, like in class, like when we have class, every class for that week, the menorah is lit. You know, so absolutely light the menorahs in your home. You understand? You said it one more time. Traditionally, it's the menorah. Yeah, you want the menorah lit. Mm-hmm. Remember, should I go there? And I saw one like unto the Son of Man. Finish it. Well, no, well, hold on.
It's something like that.
You close. All right, Baja?
It's a 7 golden candlestick.
Oh, no.
I said 6.
Yeah, y'all read it. Revelation 1:13. Read it. Go ahead, Malakma.
In the midst of the 7 candlesticks.
There it is. There it is. What you think that's talking about? I saw one like John was on the Isle of Patmos alone, witnessed all of his brothers die, go to prison. His Lord, Yahushua, he watched them die. And he was on his island as a form of imprisonment and punishment by the wicked Emperor Nero on an island with no vegetables, no fruit, no nothing. And a Lord appeared unto him. He said, and I saw the Son of Man, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot. Any more questions? Go ahead, sis. Uh-huh. It's up to you. It's not a sin if it goes out. You get what I'm saying? It's just our custom. Like, yeah, absolutely. That's an excellent question. Give her a hand. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's good to get the vibe in the house going. It's quiet. Light the menorah. Burn the incense. Study. Watch class. You understand? Go ahead. Enjoy supper. Go ahead.
So we talked about the Greeks, and the Romans took over after the Greeks.
Yes. Yes. And then after the Romans, never mind. That's another class. That's why look up Septimius Severus. A black man overthrew Rome, and white people went back to the caves for a short season until about the Renaissance period. They crawled out the caves and ruled the earth again. But that's another topic for another time. Everybody good? No more questions? All right, get the Most High hand, Yahweh Shai hand. With that, I'm gonna pass the class to where's Karatazai? You want go ahead.
Well, I'm in the Rizra Hajim. You stand in the Hebrew.
You could end it